Welcome back to Talk Your Talk TV. Like, subscribe, and enjoy.
I ain't gonna say I started off rapping with Turk, but me and him got put in a group when I came over to Hype Enough from William Bibbett. And he had Hype Enough Records, and me and Turk was like the two youngest people over there. This before he got with Cash Money. They put us in a group called the Young Guns. This before the Rockefeller Young Guns and all of that. And that's why me and him just was so click-clack hanging together. We went to school together. We hung together. You know, I told you I used to get my hair cut by Turk House, and his brother Travis, he like really up under us. He went to Cohen, and you know, Turk came to Fauché. Even when Turk had a fight at school and shit, so I used to help too. Or either, you know, he'll help me. Like that was really my man's. The only reason we I think our relationship kind of fell back was because you know, he wound up having an addiction, you feel me? And he wound up start getting loaded, and you know, I wasn't the type of person that get loaded, you feel me?
Right. And so how old were y'all at that time?
We was probably we graduated at 18, so we had to be like 16, 17, you feel me? Because Fauché was our high school, you feel me?
If you could explain to people too, because at that time, in New Orleans, that was cool.
Oh yeah, getting loaded, getting on heroin, and like it was really cool.
It was songs.
It was glorified, yeah, it was glorified.
November the 1st, 1987. Young nigga, powder stage, strapped with a mega lamb. That powder hand me spook watching my back. Just kicked in a quarter shot. Me, like gangsta Eric and Black.
From songs with Slim coming with Powder Bag, and then, you know, that's when everybody, you know, that's when the coke era was like, you know, niggas was powder to be hype and shit like that. But luckily I had older people around me that would tell me like, man, that ain't cool, you feel me? I had my uncles, Zoe, Eddie, or my Uncle Waylon, you feel me?
I ain't talking about hype. Holla if your boss ain't treating you right. You know the color and the price is that fluffing is wearing light.
Leave your own tight so holding it up. Niggas know one thing.
My introduction to the Mouth come from Fino, a guy that was in the Gambino family. And I told you I was rapping with Monte and Lack at that time. And then I started doing some music with him, and that's how I got in with the Gotti Boys and started hanging with Baby Kiki, you feel me? That, you know, another, you know, uptown legend, for wise and Stutton and shit like that.
Let me tell you about that project when Limbo and Tiba come through. All the hoes outside throwing money out the sunroof. First chop I saw on the air with Tim and Carew. This new generation is different, I'm realer than you.
Before we continue, let me orientate you on who Magnolia Levee is. He's a native of the Magnolia Projects, was a member of Soulja Slim's Cutthroat Committee, and was raised with everybody who was somebody from the uptown area. But famous or not, everyone in the streets of the NO is responsible for carrying his own weight, something Magnolia Levee knows all about.
When I got hit outside of my crib, you feel me? I had moved into a territory that was too close to somebody that I had a problem with. I had a crash test dummy mind at that time, like I didn't really give a fuck.
Magnolia Levee, it's so fishy, you heard me? Free C, you heard me? Pimp, I see you when you get home, homie. It's love like that there. That know you in here, believe that, cutthroat.
Like that's how we come up, like, man, nigga better not play with me. Not knowing that you really could die from when you get shot one time, you feel me? Like we all get up every morning and be like with that banger and be like, oh man, nigga better not play with me. But what if I play with you and get you out of here? When you get up every morning, you thinking like, oh, it might hit me up and I'm gonna live. Like, no, sometimes you could get up out of here, you feel me? I had went out, but at that time I didn't tell my girl I was going out. So I used to change my clothes in my trunk, you feel me? And I put back on my old clothes when I'm going back inside, you feel me? So at the moment I parked my car and was getting out and changing my clothes. And then it just came up on me. It was just like, watch out, you know what this about? And just clapped me, you feel me? And hit me 5 times, you feel me?
He shot 5 times and you caught him all, or he shot more than 5 times?
Oh, he shot more than 5 times. I just wound up catching, 2 to my shoulder, 1 to my arm, 1 to my hip, and 1 next to my groin.
So you staring at this shit before he let off. What was going through your mind?
Basically, when he let off, I had a shoebox in my hand, and I slapped him with the shoebox, you feel me? And so that I broke, you feel me? I broke out running, you feel me? And basically he was hitting or whatever. So I'm thinking it's over after I heard the shot stop firing. And that's when I get up to go back to the car. And that's when he started clapping again. But I wound up getting back in the car because I saw it when he ran down the street or whatever, you feel me? I wound up getting back into the car. You know the Claiborne exit is right there. Like once you come out from behind the wagon, I bust a right. And I went on the highway. I was just so lucky that nobody wasn't on the highway because it was like, I think it was like about 2 or 3 in the morning. because I had just left Sam's Club at that time.
So you pull up in front of Turk, right?
Oh, I pulled that mother up the ramp all the way, like my head like was in the door, you feel me? They was like, get out or whatever, you feel me? But I felt like I was too heavy to carry myself, you feel me? And when I looked at my arm, like when you get shot when your arm, it looked like it opened up. But at the moment, blood was gushing out, so it looked like ants running out, you feel me? So at that moment, I wanted some water, and the nurses came out, but me being shot, that probably wasn't my hardest part, like, of being shot. The hardest part was after I got shot. They have some tube that they put up in your eye, right, for you to urinate or whatever. Man, that is the most painful feeling in the world that I ever felt in my life when they get ready to pull that out. Because they tell you to take a deep breath. And the tube it's more than about 2 inches. And they just pull that wire straight from out your, you feel me? And that hurted me worse than getting shot. I deal with a lot of shit after being shot, even when I travel, you feel me? I gotta get packed down every time because I still got lead in my body. Even when I'm traveling or whatever, I might get through like they scan you through the machine, but I still got metal in my area. So they always have to frisk me down when I go through the airport. I mean, that's one thing I can tell you about getting shot, that bitch, like it give you more senses. Like, man, I could read lips inside of a club now, you feel me? I could get vibe, you feel me? And when getting shot, that bitch gonna either make you a curved dog or you gonna man up and eat out here, you feel me? But it also gives you more senses because you tend to catch people vibes quicker and you can read lips because you know when you in a club, like, it's just a different thing when you've been hit before, you feel me? That laid a different vibe, you feel me? I was in a wheelchair I was partially in a wheelchair, like I was like permanent in a wheelchair or something. I had to work my way back, but I had therapy to get myself back together with. I couldn't bathe, you couldn't take a sit down bath. Like you only could take like a shower or a wash off or something like that. And you couldn't take a full shower because my wound still was open. I had staples from my knee all the way up to my stomach, you feel me? So sit down bath wasn't an option.
That's all the street by him too, and that's the top of city boy.
Who was Stepper?
Stepper, OG, that's an OG from the neighborhood. Like he put in a lot of work before the youngins, and even when the DBs hit they top tier moment, he was actually out there on the strip. He like one of those people that think things through, you feel me, and look at shit down the road, you feel me? I remember I was on the set and Stepper was telling me like I was limping. But even though I had a gun on me, but I was limping and I really wasn't fully recovered. But I'm so anxious to get revenge and angry till I'm hanging on the set. And Stepper was like, man, you tripping, you feel me? You out here, man, the people come, you can't run. Nigga come back to clap you up, you can't run. Like you need to sit down and get yourself together, you feel me? Calm down, but sometimes anger clouds your vision. And that's what they told me. Like you letting your anger cloud your vision. You feel me? And it so happened like 3 days after that, I lost a friend of mine named Son. We was on Washington and Ferret, and I don't know what happened. Somebody came through to clap up somebody else, but they had a chopper. I remember this like no other day. When they came through and that motherfucker went off, all my pain went away. Even though I was in pain and I was on crutches, when you hear that pistol, it's time to get out the way. Like your adrenaline, some way how it erase your pain. And I broke out running. And I remember I ran down for Rec and I ran through I think that was the first driveway there. And they had the straight through hallways. And I remember somebody had their door open, mopping their floor. I ran straight in their shit and I locked the door, you heard me? I don't know these people from a can of paint because this the old side. But man, they heard that pistol go off and they were like, what? Lock that motherfucker, you feel me? And that's when I knew I had to sit down and really heal myself all the way up. But at that moment, I lost one of my friends, too, Son, though, you feel me?
It was after something, he just got hit like that.
I think he just got hit up on the funny style because they spent through to get somebody else on some other business. And he wound up taking the parkway and he wound up getting shot in the park and didn't make it.
To take 5 shots, then drive yourself to the hospital, says a lot about his will to live. And although that chapter of his life is closed, there's always potential for something to pop off whenever he visits his hometown.
When I first get home, it's always like I gotta act like I got shot that same day. Like I gotta always
go back to that state of mind.
I gotta go back to that state of mind where I got shot yesterday. So I'm basically right back with my tool or whatever, and I'm roaming again, and I know I can't slip. Like even with Katrina, some people be like, Katrina was devastating to him. I understand that. But for me, Katrina was a blessing. Pre-Katrina, the day before Katrina, I was out with a gun looking for somebody. I didn't have a passport pre-Katrina. But me moving away in that and going to another city and seeing other people do things that was inspirational to me. And pre-Katrina, I don't think that would have happened for me. I just only cared about my neighborhood and being an uptown stunner and showing off in my city.
Whole feel. But explain to the world that passion that makes people go back, because I don't know if I'm going back.
Oh, of course, yeah. I get homesick every other day. Like, you gotta think, I miss crawfish over rice with potato salad on a Sunday from Miss Chris off of Phillip and Clara. I miss going to Willie Mays on a Sunday. I miss the second line on a Sunday, even though it's considered like anything could happen at a second line, I still miss it. Okay. So it's the culture and everything that I miss about New Orleans, you feel me?
They say they gon' take my jewelry. I ride more than the mall security. Yeah, I'm from a dumb hood. AKs call them Syntex motor cause they'll make you run good.
Even if you didn't kill nothing, if you put in a little work before, like, it gets you carried different. I've been playing basketball with my partner before, and one time we got into a big argument, and he was like, and we stopped and sat on the porch after the argument. He was like, the only reason I ain't sneak you, because I know you about that pistol play. And I was like, man, this is one of my childhood friends. I didn't know that, you know, once you put in a little work, it cross you over. Like, certain people look at you different, like, once you do something. And, well, what if he wasn't my childhood friend, and he felt like I was a real threat to him, and he just walked off and we got his banger and came back and banged me up, you feel me? And we actually had that conversation after that. I was like, man, I would never hit you with no steel. You feel me? I would never do you that. We would have fought and went home and it would have been over. We would have been right back outside. But him thinking I moved over to that lane after I got hit up or whatever, thinking I'm just like, you feel me? I'm in that mode now, when it's really not like that.
Well, there you have it. And once again, thanks to the guys over at Rare Report for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
What up, Wayne? The block banging, wank everybody. Slow beat, new man, I wank everybody. Clear them up. Frank Maynard outside right now, you know what I'm saying? I get the block banging, wank everybody. And I got stone on waves, stone on waves. Let me tell you about that project when Limbo and Tiba come through. All the hoes outside throwing money out the sunroof. First chop I saw on the air with Tim and Carew. This new generation is different, I'm realer than you. Chilling in a circle, shots fire, I'm going by Miami. Long driveway, broad day, I saw my first Hyman. Clara Cole, Linda and Mitch had that bit turned up. Jerk bought my Georgia, next week he got burnt up. Robinson playing Google, cut from One Lake James. Man and Bobo them had a shootout, they wasn't playing. Tell you about some shit, this when Javonna made a name. The dirt down for real, we get firecrackers from Maine. Stoop at the DJ, white bulletproof vest. Too many people outside, what they about to do next? Paintball guns came out, Chris and doing it by the wall. Who just say he ain't playing, them niggas better not shoot his car. I'm so mad. I get the block banging, wank everybody. Slow beat, new man, I wank everybody. I'm so mad. I get the block banging, wank everybody. And I got stone on waves, stone on waves.